On this week's Waste of the Week, the Baltimore mayor and city council facing a lawsuit after failing to make weekly trash recycling pickups despite a well-funded budget of more than $630 million. Joining us this morning with the details, the CEO and founder of OpenTheBooks.com, Adam Mangievsky. Happy Friday to you, Adam. Thanks for joining us. Despite a legal mandate and the money to do it, Baltimore's Department of Public Works still cannot provide weekly recycling pickups. Why is this? Tell us about this lawsuit.
So this group, Concerned Citizens of Baltimore, they represent about 200 citizens locally, and it's grown, Jan. It's grown to about 18,000 on a consortium of faith-based groups, local community associations, and business associations. So think about this. These are regular people. They just want their trash picked up on a timely basis. They've been paying for 52 weeks of trash pickup. They're only getting 26 weeks. So these citizens had to sue their government so they could get their trash picked up. This is truly a case of David versus Goliath in the city of Baltimore.
Yeah, and we're looking at some pictures right now, some of the trash that's been left on city streets there. The department, Adam, as we understand it, is one of the most well-funded in the city with a budget of nearly $40 million specifically for trash and recycling removal. So your organization investigated the Public Works payroll there in Baltimore. What did you find?
So we found that 10 years ago in 2011 at OpenTheBooks.com, we were actually holding that payroll in the city of Baltimore, and we found that it was in aggregate at the Department of Public Works a total of $84 million. And today it's exploded to $140 million. But we found that the head count is the same or slightly down. So here's the deal. Workers at the Department of Public Works, they're making a lot more money. If you inflated their payroll just by inflation, it's double the pace of inflation over the course of the past 10 years. For example, there's now 130 six-figure public employees over at the Department of Public Works. 10 years ago, there was 2, Jan. So this goes right to the power of public unions. Everyone's paid a lot, but the trash isn't picked up. And furthermore, the executives in the C-suite over at the Department of Public Works, they're making their head counts are much higher. They're sharply higher. So there's more bosses, more chiefs, more directors. Everyone's a boss, but the trash isn't being picked up.
And this is where these organizations are really furious, because the city of Baltimore also got $641 million in federal funds from the American Rescue Plan Act, which could have been used to ensure something as simple as weekly recycling services. So what does this tell you about this type of federal funding?
Well, this is what the citizens are saying. So trash pickup, that budget every year is for about a little less than $40 million. But you got $640 million coming from the feds that, so they, with the city collection of revenue, with the massive amount coming from Washington, D.C., nobody understands why their trash can't get picked up. And look, the city's using all kinds of tricks. On this lawsuit, they tried to kick it off to September. Jan, they assigned it to a lawyer who was pregnant that was getting ready to go into her C-section. They made an argument to the judge that they should push the case till September. And the judge, Martin Scribner, he would have nothing of it. He told the city to get ready for May 26th for the next hearing.
And the question from residents, when a major city like Baltimore cannot use millions of dollars to guarantee a service as fundamental as recycling, how can it tackle all these other bigger issues they have, like crime and debt?
Well, on debt, Baltimore's a sinkhole city. Every single taxpayer already owes $13,000. They have $6 billion worth of unpaid bills and only $3 billion to pay those bills. In terms of crime, I mean, the argument can be made that Baltimore is the most dangerous city in America. Since 2015, there's been over 2,700 homicides in Baltimore, and they used to have less than 200 homicides a year. Now that's over 300 homicides a year. So look, this is just a symptom. The 3 keys to understanding Baltimore city government, it looks like the criminals are running wild. The city government is totally incompetent, and insiders have rigged the system. This lawsuit could actually open up the line-by-line payments in that American Rescue Act. Where did the $600 million go? The mayor doesn't want to show even the city council. And I tell you, the city just redacted the vendor names on the production of their city line-by-line checkbook to us at OpenTheBooks.com. They're acting like they have a lot to hide.
A lot more to come on this. Founder of OpenTheBooks.com, Adam Mangievsky. Thanks for joining us.